Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. I welcome all of you here today for the Abhidhamma for Beginners, Session 3. First, I pay my homage to the Sammasambuddha, his Dhamma, and his precious Sangha. I pay my homage to my teachers who gave me this wonderful path, and I pay my homage to Bhante Sumita, who gave me this opportunity to share Dhamma with all of you. Today is the session 3rd of Abhidhamma, and we are going to start it. I will show my presentation here. Okay. As you can see, today we are going to learn about two kinds of truth in Abhidhamma. The first is conventional truth, and the second is ultimate truth. In the previous classes, in lecture first and second, we have learned about the benefits and importance of Abhidhamma. We learned it in lecture 2, and the meaning, origin of Abhidhamma we learned in class first. Today we are going to start about knowing the truth in Abhidhamma. Of course, there are many kinds of truth in our life, but we are talking here about the truths in Abhidhamma, what the Buddha has told us. So, as you can see this picture, this beautiful picture, it is from the first class. I taught you that Buddha went to Devabhumi to teach Abhidhamma to his mother and other Deva. So this is the picture how Devas were listening to the Buddha's Dhamma. And Buddha continuously for 3 months he taught Abhidhamma in the Devabhumi. So this is a very beautiful picture. But before we start learning about the truth in Abhidhamma, we are going to learn how to recite chittas, because we learned how to recite chittas in the previous class as well, and I will make sure that we recite chittas in every class, because it is very important to know how to pronounce the words. And I got a message from Bhante Sumita that some Upasaka was requesting to write the translation of those chittas as well. For your confirmation, actually, the translation is not that easy. I can give you a simple word in translation, but that would not be appropriate, because each word has a deeper meaning and we cannot understand them by just writing each word's translation. So, but I will try to do that in the next class. In this class, we have shared only the chittas to recite. So, first we will start with invitation to the Devas. We will invite the Devas to come to listen to the Buddha's Dhamma, because not only humans but also Devas are waiting to learn to listen the Dhamma of the Buddha. So let us invite together, let us join our hands together and let us invite all the Devas to come and listen to the highest Dhamma of the Buddha. Samanta Chakravalesu Atra Gachantu Devata Sadhamma Munirajasa Sunantu Saggamokadam Dhamma savana kalo ayam vadanta Dhamma savana kalo ayam vadanta Dhamma savana kalo ayam vadanta Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Let us recite all the chittas together. We are going to recite 12 chittas, out of which 8 are Lobha, the consciousness rooted in greed, 2 are consciousness rooted in hatred, or we say dosa, and 2 are consciousness rooted in delusion. We say moha. So manasa sahagatang ditthigata sampayuttang asankharikam kama vachara akushala lobha mula chittang So manasa sahagatang ditthigata sampayuttang sasankharikam kama vachara akusala lobha mula chittang So manasa sahagatang ditthigata vipayuttang asankharikam kama vachara akusala lobha mula chittang So manasa sahagatang ditthigata vipayuttang sasankharikam kama vachara akusala lobha mula chittang Upekha sahagatang ditthigata sampayuttang asankharikam kama vachara akusala lobha mula chittang Upekha sahagatang ditthigata sampayuttang sasankharikam kama vachara akusala lobha mula chittang Upekha sahagatang ditthigata vipayuttang asankharikam kama vachara akusala lobha mula chittang Upekha sahagatang ditthigata vipayuttang sasankharikam kamavachara akusala lobhamulachittam. Dosamulachittar do, 2. दोमनससहगतं पटिघा सम्पयुक्तं असंखारिकं कामवचर अकुशला दोषमूलचित्तं दोमनससहगतं पटिघा सम्पयुक्तं sasankharikam kama vachara akusala dosamula chittam. Mohamula chitta 2. Upekha sahagatam vichikicha sampayuttam asankharikam kama vachara akusala mohamulachittam upekha sahagatam udacca sampayuttam asankharikam kama vachara akusala mohamulachittam. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So just now we have finished reciting 12 akusala chitta or unwholesome consciousness. Now we will know about the truth or reality in Abhidhamma. What are the different kinds of realities in Abhidhamma that Buddha has told us about? So what does it mean? Truth simply means something that is true or real. It may be true according to an established criterion, usage, or expression mode. The expression mode in Pali is known as Vohara, accepted by a certain group of people. We know that we have different cultures in every country. Even we are Buddhist. We are Buddhist from India. You are Buddhist from maybe US or Sri Lanka or some other country. But being a Buddhist, we have many different different tradition, different rituals in our particular region. So that is like I cannot say whatever I am doing in India, being a Buddhist, or whatever the tradition or rituals we are doing as a Buddhist in India, that is also true. That is truth, that we are connected to it. We have established the tradition. But if you are doing something in your country that may be not according to me, let me give you an example. Like in some countries, like in Tibet or China and some parts of Nepal, I have seen that the Tibetan lamas, they light the lamps, the oil lamps for the for worshipping the Buddha, for praying the Buddha. When they chant, they light the oil lamps. But being Buddhist in India, especially in Maharashtra, we don't light oil lamps. And there is a reason for that. People don't think that burning oil, because oil is a thing which is eatable. We can eat, we can cook with the oil. So the oil should not be burned for worshipping. It is not a good idea. And it is some kind of like Hindu tradition. And in India, we don't do anything like Hindus. So this is a tradition, if we go to Tibet or we go to Nepal, like Kathmandu or some other place, you can see there are lots of oil lamps, and this is their tradition. So that is also truth, that they have their belief. If we do this kind of prayer, then it will be good for us. It will be good for well-being, so well-being of all the people there. But in India, we don't think like that. So what we think is burning candle is okay. If we lighting candle in front of Buddha statue, that is okay, but not oil lamps. So we have accepted that tradition, that ritual, and in Nepal or Tibet, they have accepted that tradition, whatever they are following. But it doesn't mean that with what we are doing is good or truth, but whatever they are doing is not truth according to the Buddha. But there is difference, some difference according to the climate, or we can see the mentality of the thinking of the people. So truth, maybe it may be true, like according to an established criterion, usage, or expression mode accepted by a certain group of people. It may be true according to an absolute criterion, no matter it is true by any criteria. It is called truth or reality in Buddhism. So, no matter whether it is true by some group of people, some certain group of people, and it may not be true for other group of people, but still it is called truth or reality in Buddhism. Truth can be anything. It does not need to be good or ethical only. We know that. Truth is truth. Truth needs not to be only good. Truth can be bad also. It may be bad or unethical as well. There is an example, craving. We in Pali we say tanha. Tanha is cravings. Craving is an unwholesome mental state which gives bad and unethical results. It is still called truth. No matter whether craving is good or bad, we know that craving is not good. Craving results bad and ethical things. If we have craving, we have to suffer a lot of sufferings. So, but it is still a truth. So, no matter whether it is good or ethical, and no matter whether it is bad or unethical, but still there will be truth. Therefore, craving, greed, ignorance, mindfulness, wisdom, and concentration are all truth. So, no matter, like we have seen here, craving, greed, and ignorance, these three are unwholesome, or we can say bad or unethical, and mindfulness, wisdom, and concentration. These three are ethical and good, but they all are truth. There is nothing which is not a truth. In Buddha's teaching, two kinds of truth are recognized. The first is conventional truth, and the second is ultimate truth. Conventional truth means something that is true in conventional sense, and the second is ultimate truth, something that is true according to ultimate sense. So, what does it mean being conventional or being ultimate? Conventional means that is accepted by a large number of people. A large number of people have accepted conventional truth, and they believe what they see. They believe what they see. Sorry, they believe what they see. So, whatever we are looking at in the world, the external appearance, that is called conventional truth, because we believe in what we see from our eyes, but what we cannot see is called ultimate truth. Conventional truth can be changed, but ultimate truth cannot be changed. So, Abhidhamma helps us to see the ultimate truth. Yeah. So, here we have conventional truth. Let us understand it more. Conventional truth conforms to agreement or concept of the world. In early days of human life on this earth, a name for something was adopted by common consensus and then accepted by all people. We see that we need some name for every human being. We need some name for every physical thing around us so that we can recognize those things. If you are born, if you are born, and when you are born, you did not have a name. A baby was born only. A boy or a girl was born. But a name was given to you. Why? Because your body was not that name. That name did not come with your body. So you have given a name by your parents or by your relatives so that they can recognize you different from other beings. But in if we talk about the truth, you are not like if I talk about myself, I today I have named as like Bhikkhuni Sākya Dhammadinnā. But actually, Bhikkhuni Sākya Dhammadinnā was given to me by my teachers to recognize me only. But my body is not Bhikkhuni Sākya Dhammadinnā. My body is something else in ultimate truth. But if you are calling me Bhikkhuni Sākya Dhammadinnā, you recognize me as Bhikkhuni Dhammadinnā. So it means you have agreed to what was given to you. You have agreed to the conventional truth. So actually, in on this earth, every person has given a name. Even not even person, but also the things like table, chair, bed, windows, doors, everything we see around us has given a name. Why? If we talk about a table made of wood. So we are calling it a table, but actually it is not table. You know what it is actually? If we see in ultimate truth, it is only the wood, and the wood is cut and designed in a certain way, and the certain thing we see in our in front of our eyes, that there are four legs and atop of it, uh, based on those four legs, that is called a table. So we the table, the name table, we have given the name table to it. Why? To recognize it, to differentiate it from the other things. You know. So it is very important to know that whatever we are looking at, whatever we have seen in our whole life, the things, the beings, everything, we are knowing them only by the conventional truth. Because people has given some name to those things and we accepted that. That is all. But we are not talking about the conventional, sorry, ultimate truth of them. So whatever we have known up to now is only the conventional truth. There is another example. For example, a certain kind of animal is known in English as a cat. Actually, different languages design different words for a cat. If you want to refer to that animal in English, you say cat. Therefore, conventional truth is something, object or concept, which is accepted by the people at large and by common agreement. We use numerous expressions with common agreement in daily communication. For example, a man, a woman, a boy, a girl, a cat, a dog, and so on. These are conventional truth. I hope you have understood better what is conventional truth. Whatever from the birth till now, whatever we have seen around us, or whatever the names we have given to the different things, they all are conventional truth. There is nothing ultimate, and that's why it is difficult for us to know the reality of the things. But when we learn about the ultimate truth, we know the reality, the deep reality of things, of beings also. So, there is an example. Suppose there is a dog here, and then I see there is a dog. I am telling conventional truth because an animal which is accepted as a dog is here. If I ask you, how did you come here? And your answer is, I came here by a bicycle. The thing represented by name bicycle is conventional reality. The same is true for a house, a man, a student, etc. Everything in the world which is given a name can be a conventional truth because, like an example is given here, you come here by bicycle. Bicycle is the only appearance we are looking at, but the bicycle is made up of different components. It has some iron, some rubber, some chains, and the wheel, axis, handles, frames. It has a lot of things, and when we combine them, it becomes a bicycle. But if we put different parts in different places, we cannot see. By looking at the wheels, we cannot see that this is a bicycle. So the everything in the world is made up of different parts, and when we combine those parts, a different formation is being made by humans, and we give a name to those things so that we can recognize them. Same is true for everything we see around us. So, whatever we are knowing up to now is only conventional truth. This conventional truth is called Sammuti Satcha in Pali. So, the conventional truth is Sammuti Satcha. Sammuti is conventional and the Satcha is truth. Sammuti means just common concept or common agreement, and Satcha means truth. Sammati is also called Panyati, which simply means designation or concept. So, conventional truth is basically a concept or common agreement or accepted by a group of certain group of people. That is called conventional truth. Let us know about the ultimate truth so that you can differentiate between conventional and ultimate truth. Ultimate truth conforms to absolute reality that is unchangeable. That I told you in before also, that ultimate truth means unchangeable. We cannot change the ultimate reality. We can change the conventional reality, but we cannot change ultimate reality. Ultimate truth is fixed and non adjustable, which you cannot adapt any further. We are more concerned with ultimate truth because Abhidhamma mostly deals with the ultimate truth. When we speak a word that is a common agreement, like a man, a woman, a car, a house, it is just a concept. It is not a real thing. But what is real is components contained in these things. So when we say, oh, what a beautiful girl you are, oh, what a handsome man you are, so we are talking about the conventional truth. But when we come to know what is their ultimate truth, and the ultimate truth is is same in every human being, then we will not differentiate anyone as a man or woman, beautiful or ugly, fair or dark. No, we cannot differentiate them. Like if you see a girl who has a beautiful body, a beautiful face, and you say that, oh, she is very beautiful, and the other girl you see does not have a good body, or maybe is of dark complexion, so you may say that she is ugly or she is not beautiful. But what you are talking about here is conventional term. And until or unless you will learn about the ultimate truth, you will differentiate people, beings on basis of their race, color, or their physical external physical appearance. But when we learn the ultimate truth, then every human being is same in our eyes, because we have known what is there inside. Inside are all same. So it is very important to learn ultimate truth. Until we learn the ultimate truth, we cannot know the reality of human beings. And when we know the reality, depth reality of human beings, then every human being will be same for us. So, in simple analogy, if I tell you that I drink water, the term water is conventional truth. I have given you this example before also. Absolute reality is that water is H2O, consisting of two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. Without these elements, there can be no water. Hydrogen and oxygen have unique existence of their own, so they are ultimate truth. Water is conventional truth, but uh, H2O is ultimate truth. When I say a person or a man, the word man is name concept. What is the name concept? There are two types of concept, name or thing. So name is the like man or women. We have given these names to being. So who has long hairs, who has a slim body, or who is beautiful, or who have a muscular body, who have short hair, who have beard. It means they are men and they are women. So we have differentiated people according to us. So the word man is a name concept, and the word person is a thing concept. What is real in that? A person is composed of five aggregates which have beginning, aging, and finally dying. They have an existence in their own right, so they are called ultimate truth. If we reduce what we call a person to irreducible elements, we get five aggregates, or we get mind and matter. Five aggregates, we will learn about five aggregates later, but five aggregates are nama and rupa. It means the consciousness, the mental factors, and the material properties. So this body is made up of chitta. Chitta is consciousness, and chetasika. Chetasika is mental factors. So this body is made up of consciousness and mental factors. If we see, the external body is beautiful, but if we see inside, that every human being is made up of, is composed of five aggregates. Five aggregates means the consciousness and mental factors, and they all have beginning, aging, and dying. No matter how beautiful you are, how handsome you are, how good body you have, but everybody, every human being have beginning, aging, and dying. And these are the five aggregates, which have begun, which are aging, and which are dying inside us every second. So when we reduce a person, a human being, a man or woman, to irreducible elements like five aggregates, so we get only the mind and matter and nothing else. We see human beings, that there are many human beings which are uh, they have clinging for their bodies, they have attachments to their body, or their money, or their beauty. But if we learn the ultimate truth, then we don't see beauty or ugliness in anything. Every human being is same for us, because everybody is composed of five aggregates, and everybody is aging, and everybody will have to die one day. So we will not get attached to our external appearance. Ultimate truth is called Paramatha Satya. As I told you that conventional truth, we learned about the conventional truth. Conventional truth is Samuti Satya and ultimate truth is Paramatha Satya. Paramatha is defined as ultimate or absolute reality because it is real as it is. It does not become otherwise than is stated. When we say there is consciousness, it really exists and experienced by ourselves. So, consciousness is considered to be ultimate truth. So, when we say consciousness, there is consciousness in every human body, no matter how beautiful or how ugly they are, but every human body has consciousness. So, consciousness is an ultimate truth, and whatever we are seeing as man or woman, then they are called conventional terms, conventional truth. So, there are four kinds of ultimate truth. In Buddhism, we learn about the four kinds of ultimate truth in Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma deals with realities existing in an ultimate sense, Paramatha Satya, and there are four such realities. So, what are these four such realities? The first is Chitta, which we will learn. We will learn these four ultimate realities. We will not talk about conventional truth in Abhidhamma. We talk about only and only ultimate truth in Abhidhamma. So, these are four ultimate truths which were taught by the Buddha in the Deva Bhumi to his mother and the other Devas, and we are going to learn these four ultimate truths. The first is Chitta, consciousness, defined as that which recognizes or experiences an object. Chitta becomes an isolated momentary state of consciousness. The first is Chitta, which is the main ultimate truth. Chitta can be translated as consciousness, but consciousness is uh, not does not mean as deep as Chitta. So when we learn about the when we will start learning about these four ultimate realities, we will use the term Chitta instead of consciousness. And you all have to learn that Chitta means consciousness. Whenever I say Chitta, it means consciousness. So you all have to learn these words in Pali as well so that we can understand it better. So, for English, we can translate it as consciousness. But what is the work of Chitta? How the Chitta works? Chitta is the thing, Chitta is the consciousness which recognizes or experiences an object. Like when we see something, when we see a human being, we recognize them that he is a human being. When we see a statue, we know that it is not a human being, it is a statue. So we are recognizing these things. Our eyes are seeing those things, our ear hearing those words. So whatever we are seeing, whatever we are hearing, listening, whatever we are smelling, because we have five sense organs, right? The first is eyes, second is ear, then nose, then tongue, and then body. But there is one sixth sense organ, that is mind. So, whatever we are seeing, listening, smelling, tasting, or experiencing on our body, the whole thing we recognize these things, right? So, the chitta is which recognize, it is not us who are recognizing, right? The chitta is recognizing or experiencing the objects. You see, the people who are deaf, they too have ears, right? They have ear, but they are deaf. They cannot listen to the things. Why? Why they cannot listen to the things? Because we can say, in if we talk about the scientific term, we can see that there are some nerves or something inside which are not connected to their mind or consciousness, mind or brain, we can say. The nerves or the pipes, the inside, whatever the construction or formation there is inside, so it is not connected to the brain. That's why they cannot hear, they are deaf. Yes, it is so true, according to science. And the Buddha taught the same thing 2500 years ago, Buddha was the first scientist on the earth. So he told us that even if you have ears, even if you have eyes, but you are not able to see, you are not able to hear anything, listen anything. Why? Because the consciousness cannot does not arise in those sense organs. That's why you cannot recognize or experience anything from your ear or from your eyes. So chitta is the thing. The we can say the nerves was not connected to the brain. So chitta is the thing which recognizes or experiencing an object. How it recognizes, how it experiences, and why it makes like something good or bad judgment in our chitta. We will learn about those things in further classes. Then the second comes Chetasika. Chetasika can be translated as mental factors, but we will use Chetasika as Chetasika, not mental factors. Chetasika that arise and occur along with Chittas. Chitta and Chetasika, they work together. They cannot be differentiated. They to work together. Chetasika occurs or arises along with Chittas. They arise together. They fall down together. They have the same base. We will learn about the four characteristics. So Chitta and Chetasika, they work together. If there is consciousness, there will be mental factors, and if there is mental factors, there will be consciousness. It is like the waves of the water. You take an example of the waves of the water. When there is water, then only the waves will occur, waves will arise. And if the waves are arising, it means there is water. So the water and waves cannot differentiate, we cannot separate them. Or let me give you one example more. You see that a man who has to cross a long river, and he needs a boat to go there because it is very deep, he cannot swim. So he needs a boat to go on the other shore of the river. He takes a boat and he go there. So now if we say the man, like the man cannot go by himself to the other shore of the river, to the other corner of the river. The man cannot go by himself. He needs boat to go. And same applies for the boat also. The boat cannot go by itself. He needs someone to take it to the other corner of the river. So the man and the boat, they both are compulsory like for each other. They cannot go by themselves alone. That's why the same applies with the Cheta and Chetasika here. The Chitta and Chetasika, they work together. They cannot work alone. When there is Chitta, there will be Chetasika. And how they arise, how they fall away, we will learn them. The third ultimate truth is Rupa. Rupa is matter. The body we are looking at, physical body that we have now, the external body, internal body, the whole body, kidneys, livers, food pipes, every intestines, everything that we have in our body, cells, everything, that is called Rupa. So Rupa is the third ultimate truth which can be translated as matter, but we will say Rupa, we will not say matter. So Rupa is physical phenomena or material form. And the fourth ultimate truth is Nibbana, the ultimate happiness for which we all are trying to go. State of freedom from attachment. Nibbana is like end of all life cycles, end of all attachments, end of all karmas, So it is like the end of Buddha's teaching. We can see, like, if we are learning the Buddha's Dhamma, so there are two kinds of people who are learning the Buddha's Dhamma. The one who is enjoying his life, his human life, and he wants the same life again and again, a lot of money, beauty, family, everything they want. And they know that whatever we have gained today, it is because of our wholesome deeds, our kusala karma in previous lives, and that's why they do a lot of kusala karma, a lot of wholesome deeds, a lot of merits in this life also, to gain the same thing in their next life. But there are many people like us, Sangha, and some Upasak and Upasikas are also there, who are learning the Buddha's Dhamma, who are practicing the Buddha's Dhamma to attain the fourth ultimate truth, Nibbana, to reach to the Nibbana. So there are two kinds of people learning Buddha's Dhamma. So the fourth ultimate truth is Nibbana. No matter what kind of people are working here, what kind of people are making merits, but one day they all will reach to Nibbana. It is like a race. Some are walking fast, some are running, and some are walking slow to reach to the building of Nibbana, the last building of Nibbana. So there are four kinds of ultimate truth in Abhidhamma, which we are going to learn: Chitta, Chetasika, Rupa, and Nibbana. Chitta, Chetasika, and Rupa are conditional things, conditional realities. Why they are conditional? Because they arise because of conditions and disappear when their conditions cease to sustain them. You see, when we are listening to the music, when we are listening some music, so our chitta arises and chitta also arises, whether this music is good or not good, is it too loud or is it too slow. So our chitta arises. But when we stop listening to that music and we go to listen some other, some other dhamma lectures maybe, so our chitta will fall down there for the music, and then next chitta will arise for the dhamma listening. It is just an example. So, chitta and chetasika, they arise due to conditions. If there are no conditions, they will not arise. But they have conditions all the time, because our eyes, our ear, our nose, our tongue, our body, it is giving them all the time. It is giving them conditions all the time to arise. We cannot, like, at once we cannot close our eyes, close our ears, close our nose, close our tongue. No, something and something is coming. And if we are sleeping, some people ask, if we are sleeping, then we are not listening to anything, we are not looking at anything, we are not smelling anything, we are not tasting anything. But if we are sleeping, then our mind is working. So our mind is arising conditions for them to arise. And when the condition arise, the chitta, chetasika, and rupa arises. And when the conditions fall down, the chitta, chetasika, and rupa falls down. So therefore they are called conditional realities, and they are impermanent. But these three, chitta, chetasika, and rupas, they are conditional realities. But if we talk about the nibbana is an unconditional reality, because it does not arise and therefore does not fall away. Nibbana does not arise because of condition. It arises, but it does not arise because of conditions. And if once it arises, it does not fall away. Nibbana is the only absolute reality that is supramundane, lokuttara, truth, exceeding or superior to physical world, and the other three are mundane, lokiya truth. We have two truth here, lokuttara and lokiya. Lokuttara means above of all lokas or all bhumis or all realms. So nibbana is above of all, superior of all lokas, and chitta, chetasika, and rupa. These three are lokya truth. Lokya means whatever we are, whatever we have here as a human being, you know, the greed, hatred, delusion, and everything. So, uh, Lokutara is superior to physical world, and Lokya means the physical world we are looking at. So, Chitta, Chetasika, and Rupa, they are Lokya, and Nibbana is Lokutara, which is superior to physical world. And Nibbana is the only unconditional reality because it does not arise due to conditions and it does not fall away. Chitta, Chetasika, and Nibbana are called Nama. Mind, consisting of two conditioned Namas, Chitta and Chetasika, together with conditioned matter, Rupa, make up Nama Rupa, the psychophysical organism. We know that we learned in the previous slide about the five aggregate. You may have heard about the Nama Rupa in Paticca Samuppada, independent origination. We recite like Avijja Pachaya Sankhara, Sankhara Pachaya Vijnanam, Vijnana Pachaya Nama Rupam. So that is Nama Rupa. Nama means Chitta and Chetasika, and Rupa means the Rupa, the body. So Nama and Rupa is Chitta, Chetasika, and Rupa, and they make the psychophysical organism. Human being in ultimate sense is only a concept composing of mind and matter, which I have told you before also. There is no ego, no self, or no soul. Nama part experiences an object. Nama is Chitta and Chetasika, right? So Chitta and Chetasika experience an object, and Rupa does not experience anything because the Nama is experiencing and Rupa is only recognizing. When a body is injured, it is not body or rupa that feels pain, but the mental side, nama. So here is an example, like if we get injured, so the rupa does not feel anything. It is the mental side or the nama, the chitta and chetasika, which experiences the pain. So rupa does not experience or does not recognize anything. It is only the nama. As I told you, in rupa, if we have eyes, if we have ears, but we still are blind or deaf. Why we are blind or deaf? Because our nama cannot experience anything. There is rupa, we have everything, we have eyes, we have ears, but they cannot experience anything. So the rupa cannot experience anything. It is only the nama or the chitta and chetasika which experiences the things. When we are hungry, it is not the stomach that feels hungry, but again our mind, the nama. However, nama cannot eat food to ease the hunger. Instead, nama makes rupa ingest food. So they are depend on each other. Nama can experience anything, like if we are injured, nama can experience pain, but it cannot heal. So it is the rupa, like our hands, will heal the injury, you know. But there is another example. If we are hungry, it is not the stomach, it is our mind that experience the hunger. But our mind or our nama cannot eat the food. So it depends on the rupa to ingest the food. Thus, neither nama nor rupa has any efficient power of its own. You know, they are powerless in lack of each other. You know, they need each other to work together. They are dependent on the other. One supports the other. Both nama and rupa arise because of conditions and later expire accordingly. We learned that, and this is happening every moment of our lives. But we are unaware of these moments, of these short moments. Why? Because we are not mindful. We have not learnt about the chitta and chetasika till now. Nibbana is the state in which mind and matter become completely extinct. It is ultimate truth that cannot be realized by common mind. It is a state of supreme pleasure realized only by fully enlightened mind and is uncaused, unmade, unborn, and unchanging. Therefore, it is referred to as supramundane, a state of supreme pleasure that is realized by purified mind. So, ultimate truth, we have known four ultimate truth, but nibbana is a state where no mind or matter arises. They become completely extinct, and nibbana cannot be experienced by common mind. We should have that wisdom to attain nibbana. It is a state of supreme pleasure. Whatever the pleasure we have in our life, you see, when we meditate, we feel a lot of uh, pleasures. When we can focus on anapana, when we can focus on meditating, so we feel pleasure, but that is only temporary. But nibbana is like 100 times more pleasurable than those moments. And nibbana is uh, fixed or permanent, it is not impermanent. So you can just imagine what the pleasurable state the nibbana is, how we can feel when we attain nibbana. But nibbana cannot be realized by common mind. We should have that wisdom to attain nibbana, and it is they are only realized by the fully enlightened mind. And nibbana is uncaused, unmade, unborn, unchanging. It is referred to supramundane. Supramundane, I told you, superior to the physical world, and a state of supreme pleasures by realized by purified minds. So this is the I think last slide for today. Yeah. So chitta, we know that we have learned about the chitta. Chitta is something which recognizes or experiences the things. Chitta and chetasika, they work together. So chitta, how many chittas are there? There are 121 chittas, which the Buddha has told us. Chitta is an awareness of object. All types of chitta are the same regarding nature of object recognition. They can be classified into 124, 121, sorry. You have to learn these numbers. You have to revise these numbers again and again. There are 54. The total chittas are 121, out of which Kamavajra are 54. 54 Kamavajra chittas arise in plane or bhava of sensual pleasures, Kama bhava. There are 54 Kamavajra chitta which arises in the plane of sensual pleasure, and we can see the human being. There are other realms of sensual pleasure. There are other planes of sensual pleasure, but I am giving you an example as human being. Human being, the 54 Kama Vajra Chetas, they arise in human being as well, because human being is a plane of sensual pleasures. The next is 15 Rupa Vajra Chitta, arises mostly in plane of Rupa Brahma. They are Jhana Chitta. Jhana means meditation, meditating Chittas. 12 are Arupa Vajra Chitta, arise in the plane of Arupa Brahma or Arupa Bhava, and 40 are Lokuttara Chittas, arise in supramundane state or superior to physical world state. So you need to learn these numbers, I think it is very easy to learn. It is not a difficult task, but you need to learn that there are 54 kama chittas, kama vachra chittas, which arises in the plane of sensual pleasures. 15 are rupa vachra, 12 are arupa vachra, and 40 are lokuttara chittas. And then we will learn to recite and deeply understand them in upcoming sessions. That's all for today. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So I will stop my slides here. Okay. So uh, I will give you the blessings. Blessings to all for learning Dhamma. Whatever the merits you have earned today by learning uh, these chittas, by learning Abhidhamma, may you share all your merits with all the beings of 31 bhumis, 31 realms, and may it be beneficial for you also to attain the supreme happiness, the ultimate happiness, the Nibbana. I wish all of you have a good life, all of you a good health, and all of you attain the supreme happiness in this very life. May you all be free from all kinds of sufferings, pains, and all kinds of fear. May you be free from all kinds of sickness. May you have a peaceful life. May you have a healthy life and live according to the Dhamma. I bless you all on behalf of whole Sangha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. अभिवादनशीलस नित्यं वटपचायिनो चतरो धम्मा वर्धन्ति आयो वन्नो सुखं बलम् आयु आरोग्ये सम्पत्ति सर्वसम्पत्तिमेव च अथ निब्बान सम्पत्ति इमिनाते समेचतु साधु साधु Sadhu. Bless you all. Have a good day. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.